the very first question that I ask any young entrepreneur when I sit down with them, either in a mentoring session or if I'm considering investing in their business. And that question is this. So tell me what you're best in the world at. And usually they hesitate. They're like, well, best in the world, that's a really tall bar. I'm like, all right, so, tell me how you're different than everyone else in your industry. And I find that very few, at least young founders, have a crisp answer to that question. And yet, if you really do have an answer to that question, if you can truly answer what I'm best in the world at, or what I can aspire to become best in the world at, and best in the world obviously means best in your industry, best in your market, right? Maybe not the whole planet. All right, there's a bakery in this neighborhood in Austin called Clarksville. It's called Swedish Hill Bakery. And I would contend that they are best in the world at being a bakery in Clarksville, Texas. And that their unfair advantage is a combination of their location, their oven, and their recipes. But they have a really crisp answer for that. And there's a line outside the door every morning for that bakery. So when I sit down with an entrepreneur, I want them to really obsess over the question of how are we different than everybody else? When I leave a conversation with a client, I want them to know how are we different than everybody else you're talking to? And if I have an answer for that, then I really do have an unfair advantage over everybody else. And so that's the first question